When you actually saw it in itself for the first time, what was that like?
Oh, I had tears in my eyes. Came down that companionway and just saw the inside of the boat.
Yeah.
It was exactly how I'd wanted it built.
I'm feeling it as well. Hello and welcome on this very sunny morning at Widebeam Marina in Warwickshire. Today we're checking out this 60 foot by 12 foot wide beam built by Blue Water Boats called Bison. And it's time to meet Swanee. Swanee,
Good morning.
how you doing? Good to meet you.
Good to meet you too. Thanks very much for coming along to have a look at Bison. This is the what we call the Weber deck, because we've got a nice big Weber here, which is where we do all of our al fresco cooking. Everything from roast chooks to steaks and everything in between. We had this specifically built in to this rear deck, mainly because we didn't want to have a portable barbecue. And I think this is a first for Blue Water. We sent this across from Australia because they don't manufacture them and sell them here in the UK, and we said to Kipper, build a boat around this Weber. And as you can see, that's exactly what he's managed to do.
So this is where you lob another shrimp on the barbie then, is it?
You probably mean a prawn. The reason it was called shrimps is because Paul Hogan, the comedian actor, was doing ads for Australia in the States.
Yeah.
And the Yanks don't know what a prawn is, so he had to change it to shrimp. That's where we throw another shrimp on the barbie.
Tell me more about the boat.
And a langoustine and anything else you want. Obviously, this is not just the Weber Entertainment deck. Hello, Sharon. How are you?
Hello, I'm good, thank you.
This is also where we helm the boat from and do all of the magic stuff. The helm station is a fabulous vision. You can see easily down the side of the boat when you're steering, so you know exactly where you are when it comes to the canal side, bridges, locks and that sort of stuff. And this has hydraulic steering, so what that means is that you can actually spin the wheel such that the rudder turns almost to 90 degrees. So I've now turned it so the rudder is sticking here. If I put us into gear, the rudder will push us straight off the wharf. In conjunction with the bow thruster, I can move the boat completely sideways.
Clever.
It's absolutely fantastic piece of design. You just have to remember to put it back into the centre before you go forward.
Yeah.
Otherwise calamities occur. But we have a rudder indicator here that shows us exactly where the rudder position is.
And you've also got the full navigation system on here. I presume that's the navigation, is it?
Well, actually what that is a camera.
Oh, okay.
Which is mounted at the bow of the boat.
Yeah.
And what that means once again is if you're in a lock or you're mooring or doing any close quarter manoeuvring, you can see a reversing camera, shows you where you are. It's very, very good.
Yeah.
And then you've just got your usual.
Is that a standard on a Blue Water boat, or is that something that you requested?
It's something that we requested.
Yeah.
And we also requested where the camera would be. We've had other boats, and it's very important that the camera gives you the vision that you want as a helmsman. Boat builders often decide to stick it right in the bow on the superstructure at the bow, but that doesn't give you a perspective as to where the bow is.
Sure.
So by sticking it above the door in the bow, I can see the forepeak and I know exactly where I am, and it gives me peripheral vision.
Perfect.
So I get sideways vision as well. No, it's really, really good.
Whilst we're up here, Swanee, should we have a look outside? Have a look and
Absolutely.
see? Yeah?
Absolutely.
Great stuff.
One of the things actually that I will just point out is we raised the stern deck 6 inches because I'm only short, like you. It's a lot easier to steer when you've got a extra 6 inches given to you.
Oh, right, okay,
So
good idea.
that was a little bit unusual.
Yeah.
And then out here you can see we've got the Bison painted on the side. These are also unusual. These are pop-up cleats. This one here is probably the easiest one to show. So this cleat actually goes down flat.
Oh, nice.
So that on the other side, which we're not using, it's down flat, which means that when you're walking along the gunnel, you're not going to trip over it. And another thing that enables you to do is quite often when you're at a visitor mooring, the jetty won't go the full length.
Okay. Yeah.
So by having these smaller cleats here, I can use that as my bow cleat, and therefore I only need a 40-foot long jetty rather than a 60-foot long jetty.
Yes.
Right?
Okay.
Which makes a big difference. So that's basically 20 foot from the stern, that's another 20 feet, then you've got another 20 feet. And it enables you to put stern springers on, which, as you can see, most narrow boats that you see around here don't use.
Right.
But by putting springers on, you naturally sit off the jetty.
Yes.
And when you've paid this much for a paint job, you want to sit off the jetty.
Yeah.
On the roof, you can see we've got 4 250-watt solar panels, which provide the power through an inverter to give us the 240-volt power that we need on the boat. And then moving forward, if you come all the way to the front, you can see that we've got a couple of tunnel lights.
Yep.
That's the camera that we were talking about before,
Okay.
to provide us good vision forward. Nice little well deck here to sit and have a cup of tea, I'm told, in the morning. I prefer to sit out and have a glass of champagne instead, but that's just me.
I don't blame you.
And there's an anchoring point here. We've got a 50 kg anchor with 60 metres of chain that's 13 mil.
Wow.
So we're not going anywhere once we drop the anchor.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's something
Yeah.
that I've learnt from previous boats that we've had.
Well, it's a beautiful looking boat from outside. Should we go inside and have a look?
Why not?
Yeah? Okay, great stuff. That's the most perfectly formed rope I've ever seen. That's beautiful.
Years of
Was
practice.
that your work?
Yeah, years of practice.
Yeah.
My father was in the Navy, so everything was very shipshape. So look, before we go inside, why don't I show you the engine bay, which of course
great.
is once again the heart of the beast. And there we have it.
Look at that.
A 90 horsepower 4-cylinder engine by John Deere, which has been marinised by Barris to give you this Barris Shire 90 horsepower engine, which we wanted because of the cruising that we're going to be doing in Europe. This sort of an engine will provide us with enough power to conquer the currents of the rivers and the bigger waterways.
It's an amazingly clean looking engine bay as well, isn't it? It's almost, there's a picture perfect moment there as well. Do you think?
Well,
or is it not really your thing, engines?
Well, I try and work on the assumption that the engine's going to do its job, and if it doesn't, I'll get somebody who knows what they're doing to have it fixed. But once again, one of the things that Blue Water does really well is the layout of their engine room, their plumbing, their electricals. It's just fabulous. And I can get in there and do the day-to-day oil checks, check the gland where the propeller goes out to make sure that it's tight, have a look at the expansion tank for the radiator. This particular boat is keel cooled, so we're not sucking water in from outside to cool the engine. Instead, they have skin tanks on both sides, and that's done because the inland waterways are renowned for having weed and other detritus in the water, and you'll always be cleaning your sea strainer. So this is quite a novel design, and because the engine is running at fairly low revs, it's not going to overheat. And that's very important. I should mention also that we have about 720 litres of fuel on board in two 360 litre tanks that are joined together with a balancing tube, and 720 litres on board a boat of this size, pushing with a 90 horsepower engine. We'll probably need to refuel about every 2 months. So
Can't say fairer than that.
Gives us a huge range. Similarly with the electrical power, we take solar power, which charges the batteries. When the batteries get down to 40%, state of charge, this 6.2 kilowatt generator will kick in and pump the batteries all the way back up to 100%.
Perfect. So you're not reliant on the sun as well.
Well, what it means
ideal,
is that when you wake up in the morning and you see that your batteries are at around 80% because of what it's used overnight, and you boil the kettle and put the toaster on, and your wife puts the washing machine on, and you see the amp usage go through the roof, you don't have to sort of think, you know, can I keep using all of these appliances? Because you know when it gets to 40%, generator kicks in and away you go.
You got backup.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And you can put the generator on at any time anyway.
Yeah.
So if we were going to be using the dishwasher, the washing machine, the heater, and the toaster or whatever, microwave, you know, you've got the power. It's absolutely brilliant. Once again, a really, really good design. I would always have a generator on a boat as backup, because you just never know when you're going to need it. Right, well, here we are inside the mighty Bison. The first thing you'll notice on the starboard side here is the electrical panelling, which once again is an incredible work of art. It's the only way to describe it. All of the wires are clearly labelled. You've got the battery master switch, you've got the Servo GX, which enables me to come into the boat via Bluetooth from Australia. I can see exactly what's happening with all of the different power systems.
That is incredibly tidy, isn't it?
It is, and you know, down here you've got the Victron inverter 5000 and all the different transformers and everything, all beautifully wired up, everything just as it should be. And then the control panel up the top here enables us to control where the power is coming from. We can start the generator from here. We can see what the solar power input is, what the output is. At the moment we're taking all of our power from the shore, and it's a very, very smart unit. The Victron guys have worked really, really hard to just nail this and make it super easy for somebody who doesn't really have any boating experience to be in full control of what they're doing. We've got 3 200 amp batteries, which gives us 600 hours worth of battery life. And at the moment, you know, we're taking out 85. Right. So we've got, you can see on here, if your eyesight's any good, how many days left we've got, and there's quite a few days there if we're only taking that sort of power out. And then here, of course, is the utility room,
which is really functional, actually, from what I can see. There's lots of nice bit of space.
It stems from the fact that Australians find this idea of putting your washing machine in the kitchen to be quite weird.
Okay.
I don't want crumbs in my clothes.
No.
So we put it in a separate room, and we call this the utility room or the laundry. There's a fabulous cupboard here. It's one of the few cupboards on the boat where we can charge the stick vacuum cleaner, ironing board and the iron, and the dustpan and brush, all of that sort of stuff. And that is literally one of 3 cupboards on the boat.
Wow.
We've gone fully with drawers, and if you look in that far corner over there, pull that bottom drawer out.
Oh, sneaky. Yeah.
And we didn't put an oven on board. Instead, we've got a bench top 4-in-1, and that does grilling, air frying, convection oven, and the microwave. It's a great little unit, and because it's not built in a couple of years' time, when technology has advanced and we can do different things, we can swap it out.
Good idea.
And it's really good. And one of the worst things that you want to see in a marina, of course, is clothes on a hanger outside. So, you know, up she goes, and you can hang all of your laundry up out of sight. Your neighbours don't know what you've been wearing. It's the first time I've put it up too, so it'll probably stay up for the rest of the day.
So the galley, I mean, it's a beautiful boat. And
We spend a lot of time designing the galley based on our experience with other boats. And you'll notice one of the items that we don't have on board is an oven. Ovens take up an incredible amount of space on a boat, and we've never used one.
Right.
I've been boating for 50 plus years. I've never used an oven.
Okay.
We cook outside on the Weber. As I said before, roast, chook, anything you want,
Yeah.
it all goes in there. What that does is free up an incredible amount of space. We've got an induction hob here, obviously a nice little sink area. We've got a fabulous drawer arrangement here, which is great in this country because once again we've got room here to put our bottles, our recycling and our food and vegetable type waste. So that is a really, really neat little drawer.
And then throughout the build, obviously you had a lot of input on how you wanted this layout to be. And
Yes, we did. We measured up our floor at home in Australia. Took all of the furniture out of the dining room and lounge room.
Wow.
And laid out in tape the width of the boat and the length of the boat, and then put the island in, this bench space, worked out, the width here, the whole works.
So you almost had a film set of your boat.
It was fun because if we decided that space there wasn't big enough to walk through, we could just move the tape a couple of inches this way.
Yeah.
And that actually all became predicated on the width of this sofa.
Right.
We found the sofa, which is absolutely fabulous. It's a power seating operation.
Yeah.
But as you can see, it needed to finish inside the corner.
Yeah.
Otherwise you wouldn't be able to get past.
What a great way of doing that, though, because if you went down the road of you did by paper or a visual, you'd never know. And then when you actually get to the boat, you'd be like, oh, well, that hasn't worked and that hasn't worked.
The problem that we were finding was that whilst Kipper was doing drawings on graph paper and sending them to us, the graph paper that he was using was too small for us to gain any perspective of scale. So by measuring out on the floor at home, we could actually put it back and then send it back to him and say, no, we want this to be this and this to be this.
Yeah.
And one of the things that we wanted was this 460 litre fridge.
That's amazing.
Now, a narrow boater would eat their heart out to have a fridge of that space.
Yeah.
The compromise, of course, is that you do have to manage your electricity, because when you've got a fridge that big and a huge freezer compartment as well, I mean, there's a massive amount of freezer space in there too.
Yeah.
Which is very important. And we needed to carefully measure the distance of the fridge, the pull-out pantry,
Okay.
the length of the hob, and then the width of this particular bench to be able to include the sink.
Yes.
And I wanted to come in the boat and look from the companionway straight into the boat. I didn't want to have a dog leg because of the fridge being too far over.
Right.
And they just nailed it. We've got a full-size dishwasher here, which is fabulous. You can put all of your crockery, glassware and cutlery in there. And then all the different drawers for all the things that people tend to collect on boats. We've got down here, we've got the room for the bread maker.
Gotta have a bread maker.
Pots and pans and everything you want. And you'll notice they're all drawers, which means that you and I can see all the way to the back.
Yes.
Whereas when you open a cupboard, you can't.
No.
And that area here, known as Dead Man's Corner in a galley, we no longer have to have one of those fancy, because
of the drawers on the other side.
On the other side.
Yeah.
Which is, it's just worked out well. One of the other things that we wanted to have on the boat was window finishings. And we found a group called MD Tech, and we challenged them to make the shutters that were going to work.
Yeah.
And they've done all of the shutters in the boat. It's absolutely brilliant craftsmanship. What it means as a compromise is that we can't open a window
Okay.
as one normally does. You know, the windows in a boat tilt towards you, but you just take this off, take the window out.
Oh, that comes
and
off
put the
quite
shutters
easy,
back.
does it?
I'll
Yeah.
show you just straight up there. There's an
Okay.
example of one of the portholes with the window out.
Also fitted on the boat was this fantastic skylight.
When the sun goes down, you can just sit in your chairs here and stargaze. These are absolutely fabulous. They're powered, so you can just sit down and away you go. And it comes here with a very nice feature which enables you to put your tinny in there. That's actually a cold
Brilliant.
fan now blowing, so my beer's not going to go warm.
Fantastic.
So sitting here boating doesn't get much better.
Then Swanee showed us his electric fireplace.
You can have it on just on a flame, or you can actually put the heater element on as well, and the heat comes from a fan underneath here, which once again is lovely. Means that you can have a heater going with all of the pleasures of a wood-fired heater, but you don't have to take out all of the ash in the morning.
The whole kind of living area here, it just feels very comfortable, doesn't it? It's very spacious. And
Once again, remembering that we had this space on our floor in Perth.
Yes.
And we thought, okay, the couch is going to come this far, so we bring that to there. We wanted to have this work unit here. This has got a pull-out printer.
Okay.
So it's once again tucked away. And we wanted to have freestanding furniture rather than a dinette. So this is a nice little four-seater, but it also will extend to be able to seat six.
And can I just say, nice flowers.
Yes, we picked them this
Yeah.
morning from the farmer's field just along the road at Napton here. Hope he doesn't mind. And of course we've got our 65-inch telly, which is all hooked up to the internet, so we've got hundreds of channels to watch in there. As you saw with the blind before, we can change the weather, the lighting. These all go up and down without any problems.
I mean, having that feature there, the skylight, like you just said, the sky gazing at night, I mean, that must be beautiful just to sit there and relax and just, on a clear night, obviously.
It is. We had to draw the line somewhere too. You can get skylights that open and you can walk on and all of that sort of stuff, but everything needs to be built at the end of the day with the budget. So we figured this would do the job. Somfy have got the blind in there, and it, as you can see, is fingertip control. It's a really lovely feature.
Yeah.
We really enjoy it.
All right, so shall we move through?
Yes, by all means. If you come through here, I'll just show you this particular porthole. That's how that comes out. It's literally held by magnets, all right? And the window for it is just down here on the floor, but it just slots straight in. So once again, she clips on with the magnet. You can open and shut it, and to take it off, a little bit of grunt, and it's there and out of the road. And then if you want to put the window in, the window is just here, comes along, slots in, and there she is, locked and weatherproof, and you can put the plantation shutter back in to finish it off. What MD Tech had to do was come up with an engineering design that would enable the smaller ones to open at the same time as the larger ones. It's a piece of engineering ingenuity, and I hope that it becomes a new product line for them. We wanted a very simplistic bathroom, and one of the first things, of course, that Sharon said was, yeah, well, we'll put a shower floor in and a cubicle around it. That doesn't work for me. So we said, no, what we want you to do is just pave the floor.
Yeah.
The boat automatically sits towards the stern because that's where the weight is.
Yeah.
So that long drain there,
That's your
the water runs that way, job done, gone.
I've never seen anything like that before.
It's fabulous. And here we've got just a simple one-touch operated toilet. Press the button, bowl fills up, do your business, straight back out. We've got an 800 litre black water tank, not under the bed.
Okay.
Blue water design there, black tank underneath the floor. So you're not sleeping on what you've done.
Okay.
Which disturbs a lot of people on wide beams and narrow boats, but ours is out of sight, out of mind, and it's fabulous. And once again, we've got another opening window, as you can see here. It's brilliant. And then just, as you guessed, more drawers for all of your toiletries and spare paper rolls. Nice big sink. Just really simple. That's what we wanted.
It's really nice.
Simplicity.
Really nice.
How far does your water sprinkle out? Not far.
It doesn't go past the edge of the glass.
Doesn't it?
No, it doesn't go past the shower screen. If you think where the shower head is, it's right in the corner.
Yeah.
So you stand in the corner, and you haven't got mains pressure. The water pump provides enough pressure for it, and it just sits in that area there. The suction diaphragm pump spits it out the side of the boat, and within an hour or so, if you're having a shower, this room's completely dry. And fabulous cross ventilation with these two portholes being open. It just gives you fabulous room. And by the way, up here you'll notice the smoke alarm, a safety feature insisted on by Blue Water, and we're very happy about that, and we know that it works because last night when we were having toasted ham, cheese and tomato sandwiches, I heard this whoop 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 whoop. So it does actually work.
That's good. That's good.
Finally, the bedroom.
Into the main bedroom, yes.
Yeah.
Nice king-size bed. Because we don't have the black tank underneath it, we've got more storage, 2 drawers here, 2 drawer either side here. Nice big deep chest of drawers on both sides, which are just fabulous. Our living orchid. And the cupboards are also our design in that we've got hanging space on this side and we've got shelving on this side. One of the main reasons for having it so deep was so that we can put our carry-on travel bags in.
Yeah.
They're just travelling from Australia all the time. Where are you going to put your bags?
True.
You don't want to put them in the engine room.
No.
You don't want to put them in the bow locker. They just slide in there.
And again,
brilliantly.
having that control over the overall design is essential for, certainly for someone like yourself that's travelled from Australia.
Well, you've got to remember, we managed this whole build from Australia. We signed up the paperwork, or Kath signed the paperwork to build her boat in October. And the steel started in November. And that once again was something that was so exciting to know that from the ground up, the boat was being built in the one factory. So we saw the steel plating come together. We saw videos then of the ribs being put in. We saw a video of the black tank going in. We've got 800 litre stainless steel water tank. So once again, that's a lot of water on board.
It must have been a really, when you actually saw it in itself for the first time, what was that like?
Oh, I had tears in my eyes.
Yeah.
Came down that companionway and just saw the inside of the boat.
Yeah.
It was exactly how I'd wanted it built. Yeah, it was a pretty emotional experience.
I'm feeling that now.
Yeah, well, it.
Yeah.
You could just tell the love that.
In fact, I'm feeling it as well.
Well, I mean, here's just a small aside. Sharon had sent a picture, and in fact, I will show you because this is important. Sharon had sent a picture of this bulkhead, and I looked at the timber graining, and on this side, it was really dominant, the graining.
Yeah.
And I said to Sharon, that's going to be the feature bulkhead for us. That's what we're going to be looking at.
Yeah.
And that's really overpowering.
Okay.
Sharon said, not a problem, Swanee, we'll swap it out. Swapped it out.
Well, that's customer service for you.
That's what you can do with a bespoke build. You can't do that with a factory production boat.
And finally, we head out to the whale deck, where Swanee explains how Kathy helps him steer the boat while they're travelling.
So if she thinks that I'm not close enough to the wharf,
Yeah.
she just says, "Bzzz, bzzz."
Perfect. Do you have an intercom system, or is it just shout over?
We work on a hand signal
Yeah.
basis,
Yeah.
and we've been boating together for so long now that we know what each is going to do. You see a lot of people with intercoms and that sort of stuff. Some people even wear these fancy headgear jobs so that only they can hear what swear words are being made.
It's almost MI5
But-
stuff, that, right?
Yeah, but
yeah.
look, this is a pretty simple operation.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah. It's either that way or that way. Right?
It's either that way or it's that way. And we've also got here the anchoring system. As you can see, that's a pretty robust system. 60 metres of 13mm chain on a Maxwell windlass. The anchor is a proper anchor. If you look over the side, you'll see that it's not ornamental. Well, that's a 50 kilo Danforth anchor, and together with 60 metres of 13mm chain, should you need to use your anchor, you want it to stop. We ain't going anywhere.
What a beautiful boat. You must be really punched.
We are.
Yeah.
We've always had ocean-going boats in the past. Our last one was an Aquila 54 Powercat.
Yeah.
So that was 54 foot long and 25 foot wide. We thought about narrow boating, but 7 foot wide was never going to cut it.
No.
So we thought about a wide beam, 12 foot. Okay, what does that really mean? What it means is that you're very limited in the UK to where you can go boating.
Yeah.
You do the wide beam canals in the north, the Lancaster, Leeds Canal, or you do the southern system, which is the Grand Union, but not all of the Grand Union, because some of the bridges are literally 12 foot wide and you can't fit through them.
Right.
So okay, you do the Grand Union, you go down and do the Thames, try and find a mooring spot where you can, if you can. You've got the Kent and Avon, and the entire time you've got narrow boaters yelling abuse at you because you take up the entire space. That's
So
not,
it's definitely something that if someone's looking at buying a boat, they need to take into consideration.
they seriously need to
It
consider.
might be a luxury to have that wide beam, but it's not necessarily practical for travelling the canal systems.
I think, like anything, you've got to realise, why am I getting this? Now, we bought this to go to Europe, to do
Yes.
the inland waterways of Europe.
And that's where you're heading, right? Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
we took delivery of this in June. Blue water, 15 minutes away. We decided to live on board for 3 to 4 months, sort out any niggling issues that may crop up, and luckily, or thankfully, or because of such a good builder, we haven't had any problems.
That's quite a statement.
Yeah,
to make.
it's. I think we had one problem where a little miniature circuit was on under the helm, which flattened the start battery. They came out and fixed it within an hour.
Great. So
Fabulous warranty work.
virtually no snagging on it then, and it's ready to go. Basically, take you on your journeys.
Yeah. So
on
what
your
we're going to
travels.
do is truck it over to Belgium next year. There's 1,600 kilometres of waterways in Belgium,
Right.
and there's 6,000 kilometres of waterways in the Netherlands.
I
then
keep you
we'll-
busy.
Then we'll drift across into Germany and come down into France.
Yeah.
We don't have to worry about low bridges. We don't have to worry about tunnels. The locks are all operated by lock keepers. I'm a great believer that stress dissolves in water, and we like having stress-free boating. That's where we're going to go, knowing that for quite a reasonable price, we can truck it back to the UK, park it in a marina like this, connect to the shore power, and enjoy life in England on the water.
Sounds poetry. Swanee, it's been an absolute pleasure to meet you, mate.
Absolute
best of luck
pleasure
with
to
all
meet
your
you.
travels.
Thank you so much for taking an interest in the build by Blue Water. It's just a fabulous boat, and we're really chuffed. And Kipper and Sharon have become mates along the journey.
Yeah,